Luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind the family, no regrets. He's got a birthday, I'm your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxy show. Archie flies where the dragon soared to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York, what show? Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home he's chasing new Asian delights. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground. Comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust. Has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all that cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streams, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5 grand, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hey,
We
Paul.
got hey, how are you? What's happened to Eddie? I
don't
Eddie
know.
back.
Archie, he did some questionable things, but listen, before we talk about
Hey,
that, can we
All
talk
we care
about your
about is
recent...
that he provides entertainment for the community. By the way, your mic sucks. Eddie, man, we want you back. Don't worry about it.
Is that
Don't
better,
worry
Arch?
about it, man.
Is that better?
I need someone to take over the dungeon. I need the moolah. I need someone 24/7.
Archie, is that better, for fuck's sake?
A little bit. Please come on the dungeon and make me money, okay?
Archie, can we talk about your recent upload? About the birthday moment in business class?
Good morning. How are you? HR.
Hey,
Archie,
how
you
are
going?
you, my friend? Where, he's
Well.
in Sydney. Look at this.
Of all the places I could be, I'll be in Sydney. Who would have thought it? It was good to see you the other week, man. That was good fun going around the boutiques with you.
Yeah.
Got your free
Just
Breguet
between
book.
you and me, you know,
Yeah.
we were at Amiga. I thought we were going to dump your friend and just be me and you. But you guys,
That's
you
cool.
dumped me. You dumped me.
Nah, all good. You know where you're going.
Your
It was
quirky
all
friend.
good. We
I
had a
thought
good
we were gonna
time.
lose the quirky friend, man.
Yeah. That was good. I enjoyed it. Had a good time.
Oh, that was fantastic.
IWC was cool. And
I
what
gotta
else we
tell
look
you,
at?
It is
JLC.
really enjoyable to. It's really enjoyable when you go to these places, and you have someone to you go to these boutiques. It's very intimidating.
Yes, I get that.
But if you go with friends, it's actually fun. It's fun because you
Yeah,
both
we
go
got
in there.
exactly. We got some little cakes and something to drink. Did you like that Asian lady in JLC? She was rather pleasant. She was
Yeah,
nice.
no, they were really good memories.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm meeting up with uh, Beard and Bezel now from Instagram, and another guy called Matt, who's sometimes in the chat. I think he's got a. He mentioned. I think he picked up that root beer 2 days before we met up with you in Sydney. He might have it this morning. I'll pop on the chat while we have a coffee if he's got it on. The cold day
He's
in
a good
Sydney,
guy,
mate.
man.
Jesus,
He's a really
he's a
good
good
guy.
stuff.
You know that?
He's got some really, really good stuff in a pretty short period of time from the Tudor stuff he's got. He's got considerable collection of Rolexes and stuff. He's
Hey,
well,
JD,
yeah,
I'm
man.
falling on hard times. I want to ask your opinion
Oh,
quickly because I know
sure.
you're not here forever.
Yep.
JD, I'm thinking about listing everything for sale.
Everything.
Yeah, because I think, look, you know what? I just list everything. I'm not going to make a loss on anything. I'm going to list everything, including the world time.
Right.
And I'm not listing it to break even. I want to get a little bit of profit, right? So I'm going to be,
okay.
and I'm going to see what's left. Keep what's left. I don't know what you think, because I'll be honest with you, everything in my collection, I actually love.
Yeah.
And
Well, is it something you really, really, really need to do? I mean, for me, like that world time, it's kind of iconic for you, and so is the
yeah, but I love the three
speed dial
Breguets
stuff.
too. But
I
it's
know.
it's
Did
$100,000. You know what I
did
mean?
did Thomas pick up a Breguet? Is he a Breguet man
Yes,
now?
yes.
I only
He's got.
miss.
You know how I got
Oh,
the
right.
white dial
Yeah,
Breguet?
the enamel one, dress
He's got the
watch. Yeah,
same watch except in white gold.
lovely. That's really good. He's happy with it.
Oh no, he hasn't got it yet. He's just
Oh,
doing the
okay.
deal. He's in the
Okay.
process of doing the deal. But what I'm trying to say to you is, what's happened is the revenue stream. Look, if I was making the bucks like I was before, I wouldn't
Yeah,
sell
I get
anything.
it.
Okay.
You see it everywhere. You see it's not just watch streams. It's a lot of different streams, man. Just if you look at them, it's not what it was, broadly speaking, outside of just the horological side of things. Everything's biting at the moment. So I get it. I get it.
What would you do? Would you keep everything, or what would you do if you were me?
I'd try to just. I know you love your Breguets. It's hard because you're in the Breguet frame of mind. You're a Breguet man. I get this. And you
Yeah, but
want
I
to
can
keep
keep one
those.
Breguet and sell two.
Yeah, yeah. I think that would be okay. But it's how deep you go and how many you replace that's the problem.
I mean, the
But
world time
there's,
brings in so much money. That's the problem. You know what I mean?
yeah, I get that. I totally get that.
And I
And
mean, if
then you've
I've got
got,
two Rolex and a Speedy, okay, so say I had a Speedy, my Bluesy, Explorer 2, and a Speedy. Is that really shit?
it's not a problem. And the ones that you can replace, I mean, you have more of an opportunity now if you needed to replace a lot of that stuff. Like the 226 570 Explorer 2 Polar Dial. I've seen them listed in mint condition at or just below retail. So it's easy to replace those if you needed to.
I mean, tell me this.
Um,
Okay, so my Explorer doesn't have papers, right? And it's not the 72-hour one, right?
yeah,
It's the
smog for it.
42.
Yeah.
See, dealer offered me $9,000 for that.
Yeah,
I want a lot.
that's fucking crazy. No way in the world. It's not worth it for that. I would hate that. That's taking such a bath. I don't like
But
that.
I mean, I'd try and sell it for 11.5 Aussie. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, depends. I mean, God, that's still kind of low.
Reasonable.
Reasonable for the buyer, yeah. If you had to, it comes down to if you have to do it.
I
If
mean,
you have to
you
do
know,
it,
the Breguets I got.
yeah.
I was thinking for the traditional, I want 25
Yep.
or maybe 23 and a half to 25 and a half.
Yep.
The white dial one, I'd put that 22 and a half.
Got it.
I mean, I don't think that's terrible money. Do you?
No. Well, it should sell at that price, so it's thin.
The Type 21, I'd probably want to get about 15 and a half for it.
Right, okay.
What do
Okay,
you think?
all reasonably priced. What does
Yeah.
yeah. What does Dave think about all of that sort of stuff?
I don't
It
need
was
to.
great. No,
No, well,
it was
he
good to
told me
speak to
what he would
him.
pay, right?
He has such great knowledge in all of this stuff that it's mind-boggling. It
Well,
was
the
good to
funny
chat
thing
to
is, a
him the
couple
other day.
years he knew nothing. A couple years ago,
Yeah,
he knew nothing, right?
he certainly
And
knows his
it's just
stuff
from
now.
doing the
Fuck.
deals, doing the,
Yeah,
he has a better pricing idea. I go to him for advice. Can you
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I go to
I
him. I
totally
say,
get
Dave,
it.
what's this worth?
Yeah.
And he told me, do you want me to share some prices with you?
Go ahead. Bring them up.
Okay, so my Breguet Type 21, right?
Yep.
I asked him, what would you pay? What's the market for that, right?
Right.
These are Aussie dollars. He said he'd pay 12.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck, I wouldn't sell it for 12.
That's a yeah.
He reckons
It's a,
he'd sell it for about 14 and a half. That's what he
okay.
reckons this.
Right. Okay.
The JLC master compressor, that's a column wheel. He reckons he'd pay 15. He'd be listing it for 17 and a half.
Right.
Speedy, I'm not selling the Speedy, but he reckons he'd
No.
buy it for 8. He'd sell it for 9 and a half.
Fucking hell, 8. That's crazy. But I get it. I get it. I get it.
The World Time, he reckons he'd pay 35 and he'd list it for 42.
Right. He's being honest
Explorer
with you at
2,
least. You
he'd
know?
pay 9 and he'd sell it for 11. I reckon 11 and a half.
Yeah.
The Bluesy, he'd pay 17 and a half and he'd sell it for 20.
Right. Well, he's honest with you.
The Zenith, he'd
honest
pay
with you.
5,500 and he'd sell it for 69.
Right.
The Traditional,
Jesus.
he'd pay 19, he'd sell it for 22 and a half.
Right.
The 7-1, the enamel dial Breguet, 17 he'd pay and he'd sell it for 20. And the Pam, he'd buy it for 6 and sell it for 7.
So with this, if you were to purge hardcore, what does that allow you to do that you can't do now? Is it just
Oh, you mean besides
minimizing
pay my
debt?
credit cards and live debt free?
know,
Have a
I
debt
know,
free
there's not-
scream. I want a debt free scream.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I get that.
No,
I get
I
that.
basically I put my Geneva trip on my credit card. I want to reduce some debt. Okay.
Geez, that sounds so expensive, man. It's eye-watering there. Holy
Yeah, but if I
shit.
sell a little bit off, I can clear a lot of shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I get that. And again, I'm very much of that mindset of wanting to minimize. I've never been one to like the idea of carrying that sort of debt. There's good debt and bad debt. And if it makes you feel more comfortable and helps you sleep better at night, then it's the right thing to do.
Well, I mean, my collection's so big, but it's not. Do you understand?
So how many is it?
JD
Is it 8? Is it 8 or 9? How
10,
many do you
10,
have?
10 pieces.
Okay.
10,
Okay.
10 pieces.
Yeah.
10 pieces.
Right.
And I might even
Yeah.
say to my wife, hey, you've got 3 watches. Which one do you want most? Because I need
Yeah.
to rationalize.
Yeah, I get it. If it helps you sleep better at night, it's the right thing to do. And it's not like you're not going to get more watches again at some point.
No, but I'm
But
just
it's up
saying,
to
maybe it's time to do that.
Yeah. And I get that. I get that. But you don't
And
want to
I'll
be in a
list-
position where you're a Tissot man, do you? No one wants to be a Tissot man.
I don't mind Tissot. Tissot's actually pretty cool. My son's got a PRX. You know,
Okay, yeah.
like it's a
Pocket
chunky
watches, they've got
dive
pocket
watch.
watches
It's actually,
too.
I think I got more respect for Tissot than Oris. We got a super chat in. Super chat Patel Philippe. $5. Do you feel Ed Bollian was right that the 992 4S is an upgrade from the F80? What's the F80? F80, is that a BMW?
Bring them up. What are they?
F80 M3. Yeah, it's the
I can't contribute to that. I catch
said
a
that-
bus. So.
the 992 4S is an upgrade from the F80. Well, of course, 992 4S, that's a fantastic Porsche. That's a beautiful car. He said, well, I think it is a bit of an upgrade. Yeah, I tend to agree with him. So it's a Porsche 911.
Bring them up. What do they look
It's
like?
the 8th generation and current. It's the current generation 992.
Right.
Yeah, but that BMW is not the current generation. What's he saying? He says, do you feel Ed Bolian was right that the 992 4S is an upgrade from the F80? Yes, it is, but that's not comparing it to the latest F80. F80 is the 3 Series. F80 is the BMW. Is that what he's talking? He's not talking Ferrari. No, he's not talking Ferrari. The M3 F80, right? But that's not the current one. The current one is actually the current one. The current. What's the current? Let's have a look. I'm just having a look. Let me give you. It's the F80. Just having a look. Just bear with me. I want to get the F80. That was from 2014 to 2018. So that's the old gen, man. That's old gen. Old gen. What you want is a G80. That's the better one. G80. That's the present generation. You got to compare like with like.
Wow.
You got to compare like with like. We got another super chat. Sebastian Brucas, 20 sec. Thank you. He says, thoughts on the Omega Constellation 2020 models? I don't understand. 2020 Constellation?
Oh my God, this sounds like a watch question. What's going
Yeah,
on?
no, I'm
2020
really confused.
Omega Constellation.
I'm
What's so
confused.
good about the I don't understand. What's so good about the... they're kind of... I'm just bringing up images now. I'm a little bit lost as to what's so special about 2020 models. Nothing. I'd rather get Rolex than these, to be total. They're 41 mil. They're nice size. Look, they're cool.
They're cool, but they're kind
But
of
I'd
old
rather
man.
get Rolex. I'd rather with Omega. Let me tell you it this way: with Omega, you stick to Speedy,
Classics.
Seamaster, preferably the retro styled ones. The Constellation, yeah, I'd rather get the Rolex equivalent.
Got to go classics
Sorry.
with the Omega.
Unless it's cheap.
And the reason for the discussion of the F80, by the way, is because it's the first turbo and it's also a V8. Some people consider that a big deal. And I think there's a super chat.
Super chat. Here we go. Super chat. We got a super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. If you sell the world time, you will be a pontiff without any clothes. Hey, I got it. Man's got to do what a man's got to do. We got Mike the Snake joining us.
Mikey.
Hey. So, what kind of car were we just talking about?
BMW and Porsche. Comparison of a, I think he was comparing a 992 to an F80, which is an older M.
No, he was 992. Yes.
So
Okay,
modern Porsche 911 versus the older M.
Okay.
Generation M.
Like, are their values roughly the same as
No, they're nowhere near, Mikey.
Nope.
Okay. And the performance of the Porsche is going to be probably a lot better than.
Well, it's a different generation.
Well, he's also talking about a 4S, so he's not even talking about a base model.
Well, the 4S,
yeah, but
believe it or not, they're not wanting on the secondary market. They prefer the rear-wheel drive, don't they? Doc?
No, but it's not. But it's not the base model, is what I'm saying.
And a lot of people, it's really super easy to take out the front all-wheel drive part and just turn it into a rear-wheel drive.
Then it's not original, Mikey. That's fucked us.
Even I don't
Mikey,
do that. I mod, but I don't go crazy.
Then they
I'm not
lose the parts
crazy.
they've taken
Well, no, I
out.
mean,
Yeah,
some
I'm a
people,
modder, but gee.
yeah, some people got their hands on a C4.
Mike, that's a stupid idea.
You
Why
got to
would
draw
you
the
do
line
that,
somewhere.
No,
You got to draw
it's
the line
people.
somewhere.
People do it all the time. I didn't make it up. I was.
No,
People do it all the time. They un-4-wheel drive their car all the time.
I don't
There's
want to promote
kids.
that, Mike. That's a bad thing to be promoting. Okay.
Oh, I'm not promoting it.
I'm the only one allowed to Franken around here. That's just crazy.
Okay, sorry.
I'm trying to get Eddie back. Is there any ideas how to get Eddie back?
Tease him with a woman and he'll probably follow.
I don't know what's going on with Eddie. We love Eddie. I think it becomes too much. Everyone has a go at you. It's so difficult being a entertainer. It's so difficult because no one appreciates.
Speaking of no one appreciates.
Right? Here I am. Doc, why are you here, Doc? Is it over? Did I miss everything?
Isn't it the end of the show?
It must
Not
be.
the end of
Okay,
the
well,
show?
good night, everybody. Mike.
Actually, I'm heading to happy hour, and a friend of mine said he was going to come on, but clearly he's not. He's probably enjoying himself too much. But
was
anyway.
it Eddie? Was it Eddie?
No, it wasn't Eddie, so maybe that's part of it. He might feel.
Now, Doc, you know what happens when you go to happy hour. You know what? Are you wearing the Breitling? Because that's your lucky happy hour watch.
No. I'm actually wearing my Franken sub. You know, I get a lot of compliments about my Franken sub.
At the strip
my
club.
frankly Franken sub, my disgustingly Franken sub, but people like it. They like the polished center links, and they've never seen one like this before because it doesn't exist.
They don't know what they're looking at.
Because it doesn't exist. That's right.
They don't know the trouble, the care, the money that you have taken to take an original condition watch and pervert it. To enhance.
I bought it that way, though. I didn't do any of it. I bought it that way. So I just.
Oh my God! I saw one on Moda auctions. You might really like it. It's a Submariner. No, it was a Date Just. Okay, but it was completely busted out, iced out in diamonds, custom dial that says I don't care what time it is, and all the numbers were like, in the wrong places. And the bezel was done in it was either emeralds or fake emeralds, not sure which. But
I'm a Franken guy, but I still want it to be factory. That doesn't sound factory anymore.
Oh yeah, I see. In other words, Rolex factory parts on watches for which they were not intended.
Exactly. I love that.
I understand.
I love that.
I gotcha.
We got another super chat. Showcase watches. Our good friend from England, £10. Tune what the fuck is this? Watching the pontiff buy what he can't afford with money he doesn't have to satisfy fans he doesn't like and then bitch about paying it back is what we love about AC3.
Welcome back, Showcase. It's always good to see Showcase in the house.
Yes, just don't leave your Hulk out on the windowsill to dry. It's not a good idea.
Next to that pie. Yeah, not a good idea.
Yeah, that's how he lost it. Very few people know that, but it is true. Thank you for the contribution, James.
But he took care of that. He's gotten over it. He's gotten a replacement, and he's good.
Exactly.
That's all that counts is to recover. I recovered from my Speedy being stolen by getting a better Speedy.
I know that was sad.
Oh man, how did you get your watch stolen?
It's a good
story. Came to California. That was
exactly.
I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that.
Super chat.
They have something called smash and grab in California. It's a big deal.
Really? And that actually happened to you?
Absolutely, it happened to me. I lost my watch that way. It was a transition.
When I think of smash and grab,
that's fucking just.
Philippe, $5.
Crazy.
Why is the Explorer the greatest of all time?
But it's not.
It's simple. It's to the point. It's perfection. The Rolex Explorer 1. Oh man, that is it's just simple. It's to the point, man. Look at that. It's just to the point. One more.
How do you know he meant Explorer 1? I'm just teasing. I'm just messing around.
I mean, really, if you had to pick one Rolex as the GOAT, wouldn't it really have to be the Date Just, which is like the quintessential.
The two that are sort of like quintessential would be either the Datejust, as you say, or the Submariner. Those are the ones that everybody knows, even if they're not into watches.
I bet they sell a lot more Datejusts than Submariners, though.
Oh,
Be
absolutely.
right back. My
The
dog's
Datejust is probably
barking.
the king of the king of, I don't know what that is, but it's a Rolex.
Ross, Rachel, Brady, $5. Can we make this morning's Australian night stream off platinum membership to regular members, please? Oh, let me have a check. I'll just check
Boy,
that out.
that's a complex sentence. Ross.
Yeah, I see what he's saying. Apparently, he does the Aussie night and then the American morning. And it's on platinum membership, but he wants to watch it, and he's a regular member. But you are right, takes a little deciphering, doesn't it, Doc?
I think it's a complex sentence. I think you have to say it with his accent, but even then...
you do it. Go ahead, read it.
I haven't done a Ross in such a long time. I don't think I can.
Just pinch your nipples really hard, and it'll come to you.
Oh, that really hurts. Yeah.
see?
Medium
I've adjusted that.
What?
I've adjusted that now. Okay, it's
Oh, I
done.
thought you meant you adjusted the nipple pin.
I adjusted it to all levels of membership.
Guys, if you'd like to join the Archie Luxury membership program, you will have access to unauthorized videos that nobody else can see. Like the shit that gets taken off of here because we said something horrible, too horrible for YouTube. It's behind the membership paywall. Join
And
today.
if that's too much for you, don't forget about Ross Rachel Brady Network, Ross Rachel Brady Network, Ross Rachel Brady Network.
Speaking of too much.
I'll just be 1 minute, guys. 1 minute.
Oh, wow. He's leaving.
Well, Doc, look what you did. You gave him the out.
I think that happened as soon as I brought up Ross Rachel Brady Ross Rachel Brady Network, Ross Rachel Brady Network, Ross Rachel Brady Network. That's why I need to record it and play it, because I can't.
Well, do it in Ross's voice.
I haven't done Ross in a long time, but can we make the morning Australian night stream off platinum membership to regular members, please? I mean, I really need it because I missed
what you've
the show.
done here, by the way. You have combined Ross Rachel Brady, and you have
and also a little bit of Sling Blade.
That's what I was going to say. Sling Blade. You Sling Bladed Ross Rachel Brady.
Oh, where are we now? What's this? What's this?
Just at the cafe. Hi, Mark.
JD.
Doc, how you going? I'm with
I'm good. I'm
good.
Real good.
Hi, D. Hi, D.
Hey,
I love
Mikey,
the
how you doing?
khaki. What is this watch? Tell me what this is.
So what is this?
IWC.
Exact IWC,
Highlight.
Mojave Desert,
Has a lot of that.
Mojave
Hamilton look to
Desert.
it.
That's right.
Top
Look at that.
Gun, Top Gun. So it's ceramic. Gotta be
It's
careful not to
probably
drop
called
it.
Cerakote.
Yeah,
Cerakote is probably
So
the coating.
that's a new pickup there. And what have we got here? Little Tag Heuer.
So both of these
Spanish
are yours?
Rom
Is that a
pre-edition
reissue
friend of
one or
mine.
it's an original
Oh,
one?
it's a reissue one.
Nice little
Just
quartz.
came out.
shirt.
How much were they going for in
Hey,
Oz?
don't be so mean, Mark. Let
How
dogs
much
be
were they
dogs.
going for?
How much?
Oh,
of
I
it?
had that one. That Omega GMT. I
Just under 2 Australian,
had
How
that.
much?
and the 2 Australian.
Fuck! Not 200, 2,000.
Should be 200.
2,000.
It's worth 200.
2,000.
Yeah, no, that's
There we
insane.
go.
Fuck, that's expensive.
Come on.
Yeah, you know, and we got the
Medium
Omega Seamaster.
You know
Sword
what?
hand.
So what year is
That's
that, my
yours,
friend?
Wow, is that
1995? No, it's not mine.
With
If
the
you know what's
bezel,
better-
that
what
bezel
year
there,
is
that's
that?
what
Okay, one. 1995.
that's
I had that
vintage?
They were
That's
so
vintage,
cool,
right?
guys. I remember when those were
Yeah,
out.
they're very
Yeah.
cool, huh?
This is
And
this
look
is
at this.
before they put the helium escape
root-
valve on them,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, we got a
boy,
root
look
beer.
at that.
You like
If you
that?
have that,
Beautiful Pepsi.
you're never gonna wear
Oh,
the tag.
two-tone. A two-tone Pepsi.
Guys, you're all talking over each other. Just let
I
JD
know.
talk.
It's almost like
Let
Narc.
JD talk.
Where's Narc?
That's okay. That's all right. It's all good. It's all exciting. All this watch
Screen,
talk is
share
bizarre. I
screen.
know. It's weird having watch talk on a watch stream. I'm confused as well. I have no idea what's going on. But that's lovely, isn't it? couldn't do wrong with that.
So far, that's the best. Now, of course, you may have some even
yes,
more
of course
stunning
it's the
than that,
best.
but
It's pretty nice.
you could
Brand
probably
new.
just live with the Rolex and the Omega and sell the others.
Yeah,
You could.
in an ideal world. Yeah, in an ideal world, bit of fun though.
But that's
And
your
he's got
beater.
it in the he's got it in the tag little case thing, which are very handy when you go through the airport. Very cool. I've never handled one of these. I'm very careful with it.
Mike, if I
Not
shot
over
that
the
Tag
marble.
Heuer with a 38, would it
How much
penetrate?
are they? How much are they?
How much
Did
are
you-
these retail?
did
The
you shout which one?
IWC?
Yeah.
The Tag
How
Heuer.
much
of
are
course.
they? Oh, the Tag Heuer? Well, Tag Heuer is 2,000 Australian.
I'm just saying, if I
2,000.
shot that with a 22, it wouldn't penetrate, but a 38 probably goes through.
Oh, 22.
18,
It would go
18
right through it.
retails. 17, 18 for the IWC
That's
chronograph.
nice.
What's on the secondary? What's the
Desert.
secondary price like?
The what?
Secondary
street-
market. Secondary market.
Secondary market. We don't know.
Oh, he
And
bought it
don't
new.
care. Don't care.
14. Round 14.
Secretary market.
That's a good market. I like that. It sounds good, Mike. How's your
Yeah.
leg going? You're all right? You're getting better?
Dude, I've been like icing my leg and night and day, and I've been on the mend, like
Good.
starting Monday, and I'm actually walking around now without a cane and without a walker. I'm back
That's
on my
good.
feet.
Have you
love
been
how you
watching?
described-
Have you been watching MSNBC? It looks like you have new
No.
glasses now.
Oh no, it's making it easier to read the chat.
Oh,
That was
I
your
actually have
grail,
to take
wasn't
my
it, Mike?
glasses off to
The
read
root
it.
beer was your grail, Mike, at one point?
What's that?
The root beer was a grail of yours at one point, wasn't it?
Well, it wasn't
Until
a
he got
grail.
the
It was something I was like aiming for, and I wanted to get it from the AD, and that was the whole kind of thing I was
Yeah.
going about it. And so I had the money to lay aside, but then everybody's like, you're stupid. It'll never come. And my AD is like 2 hours away from me. So
Yeah.
I went, I'm not going to be forming these like wonderful relationships with anybody at the place.
Super chat.
And so
we both did it at the same time.
Super chat. Patel Philippe, $2. Mike the Snake. What does the Sea Dweller have on the sub?
It's just a bigger, more badass fucking hunk of metal. Honestly, it is a sub, but it's
So
just
It's
bigger.
a fat sub.
And
It's a fat sub.
we got Rolex. Rolex, please jump on, man. Jump on. $2. 5205G versus 5396. We'll actually bring pictures up after we finish with JD.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm
Definitely,
gonna
I'd
go
go
and get
5205. 5205. That's more. It's got the sculptured lugs. I think it's
I'm
more
gonna get a
modern,
coffee.
more sporty,
Might
more
hop-
casual.
might hop in
5396.
later.
That's the one that OC has. Definitely, I would go for the 5205 and Patek Patel Philippe, $2. Why is the Calatrava the greatest of all time? It set the standard for the It is the ultimate dress watch. It is the ultimate dress watch.
Catch you later, boys. I'm going to get a coffee. Might hop on again
No.
later, maybe. If
By the
not,
way-
Thanks a bunch. Thanks
Hey,
a bunch,
JD, thank you
Yes.
so much there, man.
no problem. Anytime. All
Gonzo
good.
King.
Yeah, I'm
JD.
living vicariously through my friends who have significantly amazing collections. Anyway, take care. Speak to you guys later. See you, Mark.
Take it easy,
See
man.
you, man.
You're wearing
Bye.
outstanding. You're just hiding it.
Yeah, well, not really. It's okay. Okay. See you later. Bye-bye.
See you, man.
I kind of meant the root beer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he doesn't want to damage the root beer, and that's why he wears the Grand Seiko.
Mm.
Or maybe he's just crazy like the rest of us, and he just cycles through watches.
We got a super chat here. Will Money, $5. AC3, you need to find Mikey a new hobby to get him away from those motorbikes. What do you think about cave diving or hiking the Balango State Forest? Now, the
Trying to
Balango
kill him?
Forest,
Don't
that's where
You know, I went splunking, and I had no idea how dangerous it was until I'd finished
Spelunking is dangerous, but it's much worse when you're doing it with scuba tanks because you run out of oxygen if you get lost.
Well, that's true. Well, when I was spelunking, you know,
it's spelunking. It's not splunking.
Spelunking.
Well, that's the Jewish version of it in Israel. Splunking.
Anyway,
Spelunking?
you know,
Cave diving.
When I got back up to the top, the guys I were with, and they were showing us how there were ropes that were tied and then snapped off at the top. That's where people had fallen.
Ooh, nasty.
Not good.
Nasty.
And it was at least 100-foot drop.
You know, there's a cave system in Belize which has a river running through the caves. You just get in an inner tube and you hop on, and an hour later you pop back out into the light.
That sounds
that's
a lot
crazy.
nicer. We had to go down
beautiful.
and come back out. It was in Lake Shasta area, so Northern California.
I mean, I've been in caves when I was a kid. I'm not agile enough, you know, to crawl through spaces that, like, you got to contort yourself. Yeah, caving is a real fucking dangerous sport unless you really know what you're doing. But if you have an Explorer 2 on you, that's the.
At least when they find your body, they'll say, "Damn nice watch, though."
Yeah, at least he was equipped.
Well, they'll send somebody in.
We got
Otherwise,
a super
they let
chat
you sit
here.
there.
Patel Philippe, $2. Why is the Cartier tank the greatest of all time?
I think I see the pattern.
What's the pattern?
Cartier is Cartier. They are just 18K Cartier is
But the tank specifically.
just
That's
amazing.
not a tank. That's not a tank. Look at that.
No, it's not a tank, but it's tank. This is a similar vintage, actually. These came out in the 20s. Cartier is just a design icon. I mean, you know,
Was
it's
there
like
anybody
the
famous?
Chanel 5 perfume bottle. It's just got it. It's simple.
Was anybody
Like
famously wearing a tank before Kennedy? Before the Kennedys?
Oh, the
I
tank
honestly
was
don't know.
always. The
Well, I
tank
know it was a
many
deal.
people.
Well, I'm just
Well, you know
wondering
what?
anybody
It's the-
famous that we would know.
Just like the Breitling is the icon of the range. What Patel is picking out. Super chat. But what Patel is picking out is the icon of the range for each of these brands.
Exactly.
The
That's
watch that
the
they have
pattern.
best.
That's
Here we
the
go. We've got a
pattern.
super chat here. Patel Philippe, $2. Why is the Breitling Navi timer the greatest of all time? Because it's pilot watch. It was used by real aviators. It's such a.
I think it was also the
cool-
first to have a slide rule. I think.
I hold it against the Navitimer. That's why I would never want one.
I have to agree with you. That's why I got the Type 20 instead of the Navitimer. Because
But
it's so
listen,
much
as a
easier to read.
chiropractor, you know math. I mean, you've done calculus and trigonometry and
But you know,
stuff.
we never have to use it when we're just adjusting folks,
just
or
cracking
when we're in the morgue and they're not moving anymore.
precisely. Well,
So
I myself,
I just need the time. What time?
you
is
probably
it?
had to
When do
learn
I
a
get
lot
to go
about
home?
geometry. I was an English major. I just read Shakespeare and shit. I didn't need math.
I'm bringing up some photos here, guys. Just to, I've taken some fresh photos before I started the show.
Fresh,
This is what would happen if I got rid of the world time.
fresh photos.
I'd have
of
a
the same
box.
stuff.
Box. Look at that. Look at that. How's
Everybody
that?
would
Wow.
say, well, "What happened?"
Nothing. It's not fresh. It's stale.
Well, I mean, he got rid of one of the best watches in the collection.
Does that look like a fresh photo or does that look like a rehash?
I took it just before I came on here. I took it literally minutes ago.
Yes.
Also, I want to show you that's the ladies collection.
Date watches.
Constellation ladies, Cartier Banois, and Chopard Happy Diamonds.
That show part looks man size.
36. Yes, it is. It is.
It's for the lady boys.
It's making me think of Macron getting literally smashed by his wife, but not in the way he wanted.
Lady boys.
It's
Smashed in the
interesting they got
face.
I don't know why they had that problem. Do you?
What problem? Oh, smashed in the face? It was just a fight, you know. Actually, I don't want to get too medical, but when people get older, then they lose their inhibitions to some extent. And I think the wife in quotes is supposed to be like 75 or close to it. He's about 50 and she's about 75.
Doc, to be fair, you're a chiropractor. There's a limit to how medical you can get.
Well, I'm just saying. Medical to the extent that I can get medical.
I understand.
But there is some truth to the fact that when people get older, they lose their inhibitions. They have a harder time controlling
Their filters
tempers.
go away, don't they?
The filters go away. So I think she was just doing what she would normally do, and then wasn't filtering it to say, since we're on camera, I'm not going to do it.
Why is Durkee spamming the chat with taco? I think it's aimed at you, Doc. I'm not sure why.
So
what does taco have to do with me?
Well, I mean, you're a Trump supporter, and taco is the latest, let's go Brandon for Trump. I don't know what that's all about, but that's what I hear.
Taco?
People are saying.
Oh, they
taco.
really are stretching it.
Taco,
They're
Trump
working
always
hard.
chickens out. It's the newest anti-Trump.
All right. Well, since he's saying that, I guess we're no longer talking cars anyway. So
we got
What's up, people?
Hey, Erwin,
Hey,
what do you
what's
think,
up?
Erwin? I'm thinking about just listing everything for sale. What do you think of that idea?
Everything must go.
Throw it all against the wall and see what sticks.
Can you really do it? I mean, if you can, by all means.
You can't. Do you have another hobby? Like, have you thought about, like, okay, if you did that, what would you, what passion would you latch on to?
Crippling debt. How about a new hobby called crippling debt?
Okay.
I have a feeling he'd be good at it.
I see.
Well,
We
I
can
think
call
if
him Crip for short. Crip for short.
if you're okay with it, Archie, list it all up. If you're okay with it, by all means.
Super chat.
I mean, realistically, out of all the breguets, I'd be happy to be stuck with any one of them.
Oh my gosh.
Duck.
Pasta, $2. Mike, I was late. Tell us again about your leg. What happened to your leg, Pasta?
I don't know if that's real or if he's trolling.
Yeah, a big, like, week-long troll. No. My leg's feeling much better. I've been icing it, and I'm actually walking now without a cane or a walker or anything. My quad feels very tight when I walk, but I'm walking. I'm back on my feet.
Now, I was watching the Lux stream. I think it was a Lux stream. And they were showing video of you on the bike when you had the accident. How is that possible?
Yeah, I think they probably pulled up some videos.
But it was a video of somebody making a U-turn. Like you said, you were making a U-turn, and then the bike fell on you.
Well, shit happens, man.
Wow.
I've been riding my entire life, and circumstances happen. And
That was your first U-turn.
no, not at all. Like, usually, I would, like, more aggressively get a little bit more speed built up and more aggressively lean the bike and roll the turn, but because the bike's really loud, I was doing a really slow U-turn in front of my brother's house, and the bike just stalled, and it was like bluck kunk. Like, that's how the thing.
I think motorcycles are the same as horses, which I used to own and ride, and it's not a matter of will you get hurt; it's a matter of when will you get hurt.
And
yeah, pretty much. And I had already told myself, like, if something happens, I end up actually surviving. That'll be the moment that I list it. Okay, not just the decision to list it. I've already decided I'm retiring from bikes. I was just waiting about a month to list it. Market's supposed to be better, so I was just giving it once every couple week ride.
Well, luckily it wasn't a more severe injury. Nothing was broken. All of those things.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
well, we don't know. He didn't get an X-ray.
Erwin, how are you going? Erwin, talk to me. What's happening in the watch market there in Malaysia? Tell me what's happening.
I'm okay. It's been quite a lot recently. For the past week, I think I've attended a couple of watch events, and checking out their new release. Janta released their new diver watch. This one.
Wow.
What do you think of this? the Bamford.
Wow, that's kind of cool. How much is that?
It looks a little retro.
Yeah, it's a re-release of their old Bamford. So I think this is the third Bamford release. This, how much is this? This is about 68,000 ringgit. So that would be, what's it in USD?
Still sounds expensive.
So 68,000. That's about 15,000, 16,000 USD.
Fuck, that's expensive.
That's what I said.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hey, is that your normal haircut?
1,000 for a what? For a Gerald?
Yeah,
that's a bullshit brand.
Is that your normal haircut, or is it a little different today? It looks.
I combed today. Yeah, I combed it.
It's a little different today. You did the Ricky Ricardo a little bit on it. Looks good, but I'm just saying it's a little different.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers.
It's Ricky combined with Eddie Munster.
No. Because of the Widow's Peak.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't think Ricky Ricardo had a Widow's Peak. You're right.
No, he did not.
Yeah.
Why do I get the impression that somebody was watching Ricky more than Lucy?
Yeah, no, not
I couldn't tell you, but
it was all about Fred.
You're right.
It was all about Fred.
Really?
No. Bunch of queens I work with here.
Have you guys heard of ArchieLuxury, this brand? ArchieLuxury. So it's also another brand. I think it's an independent brand. They are pretty famous for their guilloche dial.
But it's a micro.
And, you can consider it a micro brand, but they've got something coming up. It's a Chinese brand, but it's a little bit upper class, I think, for a Chinese brand. So their next release, what they've done is they've kind of
for these fucking Chinese brands. I mean, what do they price it at?
Well,
delusional fantasies.
It's for the corrupt. It's for the corrupt people, the corrupt officials.
The perception, it's priced at about, I think, 2,000-ish USD.
That's not crazy.
Yeah, that's a Chinese. But the next one that's coming up, it's under embargo. But so I've got no pictures to show. They use a tantalum case, tantalum bracelet, a Gerard Perigot movement, a very nice dial, but that costs a little bit more. That costs about 28,000 USD.
Fuck, that's expensive.
A lot more.
Honestly,
more.
Owen,
Yeah.
do they honestly expect to sell any of this shit? Are they dreaming? What the fuck? Are they smoking coke? What are they smoking? Cocaine?
But
crack?
They wouldn't make it if they weren't selling it. I think they are selling it probably.
Yeah. I mean,
None of those prices they aren't. That's fucking ridiculous. You could buy real Rolex for that money.
I watch China Observer occasionally, and there's a lot of corruption over there, and they like to flaunt. Usually it's the wives and the daughters that do the flaunting, but sometimes they even wear this expensive stuff to make people realize that they're not exactly honest. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're right, Archie. Rolex, it's I know, but I think if people who want some options, alternatives, and like what Doc say, to flaunt, there you go.
Oh, I love that Breitling, Marky. That Breitling looks. See, Mark, what do you get that for? That what's that second hand?
He might be on mute. Is he on mute?
Mark, you're on mute.
So this is a Heritage 57, but it's the special edition one of only 250.
What's it worth second hand?
So probably about 7,000.
Okay,
they went
7,000.
way
That's
up.
A lot of money. 7,000 Irwin's a lot of money.
Well,
I'd rather buy that than this other bullshit for 28,000. I mean, are they? Are they delusional or what is it? What is it?
You know,
Tell me seriously. Are they just dreaming or what?
Well, like what Doc say, some people like to flaunt. So
they do.
If they can, why not? I'll
What
buy it
size is
because
it?
I
What's
can.
what size is it? Is it like a 36 or 7 where it can be worn almost unisex?
You said
It's
6.
about 40 millimeter.
We
40
got a super
millimeter.
chat from Pastor. $2. Doc, what is your thought on chemtrails in the sky?
That's one of the favorite of all these conspiracy theories, but they do try to change weather. I don't believe it has anything to do with chemtrails, but the governments do attempt to control weather various ways.
How do you feel about shadow people?
I don't even know what you're talking about with that.
Is there actually a dog-human hybrid?
And then they'll always, if they can't think of any kind of an argument, they always come back to
No,
flat
I'm not
Earth.
arguing. I'm just asking questions. I mean, after all, they're putting pig valves and pig kidneys into people. There's one guy got a pig heart.
That's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
They haven't found anything better than pig. They've been looking. Even a great ape isn't better than a pig for a human valve. It's weird. Because I would have thought a gorilla valve would be better than a pig valve.
That's a lucky thing because there's a lot more pigs than there are, gorillas.
Gorillas, yeah, I know. But imagine if you were that guy Erwin's talking about, and you're buying that like knockoff from a from a micro brand, you can afford that. Then you say, I want a gorilla valve. I don't want a pig valve.
Mike is too fit pig. We cannot reduce that fraction either. That's funny.
Guys, don't you guys think that this is the sportiest looking Datejust?
No. Yes.
That is. I mean, that's one of the nicer of the Datejust for sure.
Put it on Jubilee, but absolutely, it's probably the best Datejust.
Nice.
I think it's the best one.
I think it looks good on Oyster because it's polished center links. That works.
Yeah,
well.
it works. I mean, listen, there's probably, I don't know how many different Datejusts are there in 36 and 41. Probably like 50, 60. That's the best one of all of them.
It actually looks a lot like my sub that I'm wearing because of the polished center links.
The key point is the fluted bezel. You got to get it fluted. Smooth bezel, no. But
yes, exactly, guys. If you guys were to get a Datejust, make sure you get the fluted bezel.
Well, particularly with the Wimbledon.
100%. Although I would always think that the smooth bezel goes more with the Oyster and the fluted goes more with the Jubilee.
Well, the Oyster Perpetual is
the OP.
Yeah.
OP kind of covers that territory.
Look at this. This is the original box.
Is it rat eaten?
Brigade.
It's termite now, Mark. Termite.
Well, that is true. Look at the little termite on the upper right-hand corner.
Termite. I didn't know what that was and why it was there. I thought it was an ant, and I wondered, why does he have an ant in the corner?
Chopard, absolutely gorgeous. This is Chopard Happy Diamonds.
Two women's watches.
That's just a really nice. Look at that. Do you like the way Chopard does their box?
No. Not especially.
This is up.
Right.
I'll say,
Luxury.
you're in trouble when you're more excited about the box than the watch, though.
I mean, it's ladies' watches. What's to get excited?
I'd rather
actually, I think it would be better. Why don't you? How's the panty collection?
I'd rather have the Cartier.
The panties, the girls' panties. Do you not?
Oh, that's okay. They're okay.
Yeah.
They're in the freezer.
Well, we got to preserve freshness.
Hey, you know what? I'm actually looking at downsizing. I'm thinking, because a collection, look, I'll be honest with you, the revenue stream's not there to keep the payments up, okay? I borrowed money. I thought by buying these watches, it would bring
what?
Happiness?
No.
It would bring interest to the show, but it's done nothing, okay?
Well, the show's all about you, Archie. It's the ArchieLuxury show. It's not about your watches. It's about your personality.
I'm going to list everything. Erwin, I'm going to list everything and see what stays, see what goes.
Where are you going to list it?
Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Australia Watch Buy Sell. That's that's I used to criticize them, but that's the best place for me to sell my shit.
Now
Actually,
you're
make
gonna
sure
have
you share that link. Make sure you share that link so
you're
everyone
gonna have to
can
deal with
actually
punters.
check it
Is
out.
that the
right?
best price? Send more pictures. I can't tell if it's at box and papers. Give me your best price. On and on and on and on and on it fucking goes.
Yeah.
You're gonna if you try to sell the punters. I can't wait to hear the stories.
But share that link, you know.
It's
Which
hard
link?
selling watches.
Someone here might buy it, might buy it. you
Why?
know.
They won't buy anything on this. They deliberately won't buy anything.
Exactly.
I don't know if I would share the link. I don't know, Erwin. I really don't know. I don't.
Hmm.
I'd rather put my watches in a wood chipper than try and sell to the punters.
Yeah, but I've got so I set a fair price, and see what happens.
Hmm.
It can't hurt, can it?
Yeah, I mean, by all means, you just do it, you know. Well, I've got a friend of mine who's got really amazing collections. What he does is he buys those unique piece that he has, and what he then set up a shop and place all his pieces there up for sale. Everything is up for grabs for him, but occasionally he'll just go back to the shop and pick one out and wear it as he likes. So for him is whatever.
Well, what about if they get stolen? How does he manage security for them? Like a shop, you got to be so careful.
Yeah, but he's loaded, so he's got people managing it for him.
Okay.
He's got security guards there. And,
What's his watch collection worth?
Oh, quite a fair bit. He's got quite a lot of unique pieces. What is it worth? I don't know, maybe 5 million, I guess.
Oh my god.
Ringgits, you mean, or American?
If it's American, maybe 2 million, I guess.
Jeez.
Sorry. Maybe 1.5.
Super impressive.
Very impressive.
How many do you need, but how many watches do you really need?
More.
I guess you have to ask yourself what's the game plan here, you know, when it comes to watch collecting. You know, what is it? Why do you collect? Some people, I think they all start off with I want to make some investment in. They're buying it for investment purpose, hoping that it will hold value. But most watch collectors will tell you that don't do that if that's your main goal, and that's to buy it to hold to hold value. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you can't do that. Of course you can. But my personal view is you go into this hobby buying something that makes you happy. You know, it's your
happiness
getaway.
is an illusion. Erwin.
It's a getaway. Like for me, it's a getaway for me. You know.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's why the right number of watches is just one more. Happiness is an illusion. The carrot is always out of the reach of the donkey, which is why they run blindly, flow forward, which is what we do when collecting watches. You know, my order for a red Tudor is in process. I think when they get one, the AD has only seen one, but when they get the next one, they're calling me. And ultimately a land dweller too, but the land dwellers are very scarce.
Have you seen the red Tudor?
No, so I've asked them to call me when it comes in so I can go try it on and decide.
Yeah, I don't like it. I've seen one in the shop. I was in Sydney. So what they've done is not only is it a burgundy bezel, but it's burgundy dial.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that.
Raspberry, you know, it's like, you know, one of those lollies, those gummy lollies, those sour lollies.
Yeah, I think of it as
yeah, it's got that numbing taste. It's thickly sweet and sickly sour. It's like a sour.
I don't know. People are calling it the Red Hulk, but I prefer to call it the tampon. But I really want to. I really want to try it on before I buy it. Not so much because of the color, but because of the size. I've never actually tried on a proper 58, so I want to see how I like it.
Oh man!
Yeah.
What, the 58?
It's a Black Bay 58.
Okay, the Black Bay 58.
Right, okay. And it's on the Jubilee bracelet now, so it's going to wear differently than any of the other ones that I've ever tried on. I don't own a Black Bay 58. I have a 54, and I have a Black Bay. So this is a little new, and I want to I want to try it on before I commit. But they're gonna call me when they get.
That's what he. That's what she said.
That's
That's what
all-
Archie said to the doctor. See how that worked out. She would have done anything for him. I just wanted to try before I buy.
Yeah. Well, you know, who buys the cow before you taste the milk? Not a good idea.
I got to tell you, Erwin, it sounds, those guys, just between you and me, Erwin, they are delusional fucking fantasists with those watches. Man, why don't you just go there? If you were a really good friend, you would say to them, guys, what the fuck are you smoking? You are out of your fucking mind. Why don't you be man enough to tell them the truth?
Well, to each his
You
own.
could do them a
right?
favor. You do them a favor. Say, guys, I'm sorry. I
Well,
love
here,
you.
let me explain this to you.
But you
Archie.
are fucking out of your mind. Why didn't
Not
you tell
everybody
them
likes to fuck off their
Erwin?
best friends. I know this is one of your hobbies, but not everybody likes to do it.
No, I mean, to each his own, isn't it? You know, everyone has a different angle to things.
Archie's
So-
fights with everybody. Name a best friend, Archie, and name one that you haven't had a huge fight and a falling out with. We all come back because we love you, but you know, you fight with everybody.
I gotta say, man, life ain't always easy. It's not always easy.
No, it is not. It is. Sometimes it is
Yeah.
complex, and you have difficult choices to make. And if watches are the worst of them, it's not so bad. It gets worse when it's family and health and things like that.
That is true. That is true. If you have problems and your problems is in relation to watches, that's a first world problem.
Then you're very lucky.
Yeah, very lucky indeed. That's a first world problem. Nothing beats family and health. Yeah. I'm sure we all have our fair share of that, right?
Well, because life will deliver some shit to you no matter what you do, but you're lucky you get through it.
Anyway, let's talk about watches. Right, Archie, if you're going to sell everything, you're seriously not thinking of keeping at least one?
Well, sorry, apologies. Let me rephrase that. So what I'm doing is the Speedy is not for sale because that was a gift.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
thought. Yeah.
Okay. So Speedy, and the Speedy also it's also in the collection. It's not a super high value item like the World Time is super high value. And it was a gift. Okay. And the Speedy is such a cool watch. You can't deny the fact the Speedy is really, really, really cool watch.
It's probably the most popular or most legendary.
Personally, can I tell you something? Don't take this the wrong way, Mark.
Go ahead.
I actually, if I had a choice, okay, taking away the fact that the Speedy was a gift, if I had a choice of the Zenith or the Speedy, you know which one I would pick?
Well, you'd pick the Zenith because you're not well, but
Yeah, no, I'd pick the Zenith. I actually
know.
prefer
oh, you love
the
that.
open heart.
You love it. You know this? He loves it.
I do love the Speedy. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I love it. But
That's
I
a
actually
good-
would pick the Zenith because I think the Zenith. The other thing is, you know what? Maybe instead of selling off my, I want to talk to you about this, Erwin.
Yo.
If I've got money problems, maybe the answer is to get rid of World Time is a very big, brings in a lot of money. List all the gold pieces. So that's the 3 Breguets and the JLC, right?
Right.
And maybe, you know what? If I was to, I mean, the bluesy, do I want to sell the bluesy or I don't? The bluesy, well, it's just money. You know what I mean? Like,
You can always get a new one. They're out there.
yeah, I kind of think to myself, maybe what I should do is say, okay, if I've got financial, if I want to clear some credit card and I want to put some money back into the HELOC. So basically, I bought these things because I thought the upswing would be if I invest some money in. Okay, let me tell you the idea. This is what got me. I thought if I invest money into the business by some travel, going to watches and wankers, and also buying a few things, it could help push the business. But I was totally wrong. It did nothing. Now, the thing is, admittedly, there's no way I can get the money back from Geneva. That's happened. I mean, you can't sell a ticket that you bought in the past. But at least with the watches, I've got them to sell. You know what I mean? So, I mean, in all honesty, it's not as bad as it sounds. So I'm kind of looking at it and thinking, okay, I would really like to get some money back on these, right? I'm not going to sell them below cost. I'm not at that stage yet, but I'm going to say, okay, well, let's put a few pieces out there.
I mean, what are you going to do with the money when it comes in? Let's assume.
Well, I've got 2 credit cards, couple of credit cards. I got a little bit of tax liability, and I want to put money back into the HELOC.
But so everything you just said is sensible, and that makes me wonder if you'll really do it.
No, well, the truth is, how many fucking watches do you... I'll be honest with you, Mark. All these watches you have, they're a ticking time bomb because they're going to need servicing. And, like, it kind of... I'll be honest with you. Do I really want 3 gold Breguets, which I love? I love having 3 gold Breguets. Or would I rather be saying, you know what? I can live in Vietnam or Thailand or Malaysia. I wanted to go to fucking Malaysia this year. Fucking Erwin, I'm supposed to be coming to Malaysia. And I'll be honest with you. I don't have any fucking money. I don't have any money. Okay? I mean, seriously, compared to 12 months ago.
Are you in need of a Clark?
12 months ago, I was zooming. Like, it
almost speaks
was hope. Yeah, going to do this, going to do that. Now, my 2 credit cards. Okay, I got 3 credit cards, actually. I got a Zip. Have you heard of a Zip? Zip is like it's not a credit card. It's an online credit card that it's kind of, and it's really high interest. If you don't pay it off within a certain period, it's high. But I'm thinking, fuck me, Dad. I'm using Zip to survive. The other 2 are maxed. They're Pepsi. They're Pepsi Max. Okay, they're at the limits. I'm thinking, you know what? This ain't fucking working. I've got some termite thing I've got to pay for. I'm thinking, right, I need to start getting out of some things. We've got Herman joining us. He's always... I'm going to go to the toilet.
Herman is good for
how are
financial
you?
advice.
What's up, Herman?
I'm all right. How are you? How are y'all? How are y'all? Hi, Mark. Hi, Erwin.
Herman, do you have financial advice for
Herman?
Archie?
Yes, I do. Don't live like tomorrow is your last day on Earth. Live for the future. Put a nest egg away. You know, don't assume that you're going to die tomorrow. You know, don't live that way. That's like how Archie lives. Like he's going to die tomorrow. I got to do it right now. I got to spend all my money. I got to, no. You got to worry about the future, man. The future. What about the future, Archie?
And he's gone. I didn't mean you were gone, Herman. I mean,
I'm
as
gone
you're
too.
dispensing invaluable advice, Archie does with it what he normally does, and that is leaves.
Yes. He vomits it out. Yes. He's doing something. What's he doing? Relieving himself, or is he taking a phone
He's
call?
probably gone to the kitchen to make a flat white, and then he'll check the mail.
Yeah.
He'll check on the termite nest to see if there's any activity. In 20 or 30 minutes, he'll wind his way back here. He'll say, Herman, what's going on? What's happening? What are you doing? Erwin, how can I make more money? I need to sell
I've got to ask you this.
Well,
as soon as I come on, he runs away and he expects me to do something. He'll fill in his place. I'm not taking his place. I can't take his place. I'm just here to make snide remarks. That's what I'm here for.
It's moments like this that I miss Bear, because Bear could run the whole show. I have nothing to say.
No, Bear is a master. Of course he needs Bear. God, I miss Bear.
Well, we all do, but he fucked Bear off because he did this stuff so much that Bear actually had to run the show, and Bear only signed up to be a sidekick, and then Archie stole his gig. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that he is onto something with the fact that watches are a ticking time bomb, and I don't think it's about the service. I think it's about the amount of brain space they occupy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
We just like think about them too much, and we talk about them, and we spend too much money on them, and
yeah. I mean,
Well, every man needs to have an outlet, right? So yeah, if
I
you think
think
about
that
it, most men are collectors, so
you
you have
know.
to collect something.
Yeah, but couldn't we collect frogs or ceramic pigs or frying pans,
but
cast iron?
how about living within one's means? I mean, that's fine doing all that stuff,
Well,
but
that's
if you,
very hard to do when you collect shit that start like where the good stuff starts at like 15K.
he likes to spend money. He likes to buy fancy things, And once he's got it, he gets sick of it and he buys another one.
I
And it
mean,
never ends.
look,
It
guys,
never ends.
let's be real.
We get to live vicariously through him.
Well, yeah, I know it's funny to watch him, but it's not good for his financial.
But see, that's the thing. You
state.
never really know which Archie you're talking to. Archie is like a many-layered onion. Does Archie even have a HELOC? I know he goes on and on about the HELOC.
But he makes up a lot of stuff. The
I've
blue
never-
velvet and all that stuff. That was all
Right. I've
bullshit.
never seen the statement, so I'm not sure. It could be that Archie is independently wealthy and always has been. He could be
He could be laughing at all of us, actually.
Right. Who knows? I'm a poor man. Maybe that's just shtick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's pretty smart. He goes on vacation and people run streams and he gets passive income for doing basically nothing.
But then again, it's pretty obvious that the super chat business is substantially down from where it was. Now the question
It
why?
is.
Why? Is that a function of, everybody here is going to say, because he doesn't pay attention. And certainly I think that has something to do with it. But Archie's always been the same, So is it maybe just where it hits different? The crowds are here. There's 127 people here right now. So the people come. Maybe it's the economic uncertainty. Maybe people just want to hold on to their a little bit more.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think a few times he put in his foot in his mouth were costly. I'm not going to bring up the certain remarks.
Oh,
but
let's do it. Go ahead. Let's hear those.
No, when he talked about the ovens, or whatever, that.
Okay, that's enough of Erwin. Oh, sorry, Herman there today.
Well,
fuck, he's a negative cunt. You know what? Just what I need, Herman. I really need your support. You can just be a real.
I love
cunt
you.
at
You
times.
didn't hear what I said all the other time. All you heard was
Herman,
that. Mark
Herman,
asked me
Herman.
to say it. Oh, yes,
Herman,
Archie. Yes,
Herman, you're not. You're supposed to be my friend. You're not
I
supposed
am
to
your
be
friend.
You're a bitter
No.
fucking cunt at times.
I
You
know. I'm
that?
trying to give you good advice, though. Good advice.
Herman,
Like, don't live.
I don't need your advice.
Okay,
I don't need
I
an
know you
angry-
don't. I
angry-
know.
I don't need an
I
angry
know.
classical musician.
No,
Herman,
no,
you
I'm
should've
not
gone and
angry.
popped.
I'm
You
actually in
are-
a good
you
mood
are
today.
very-
Herman,
Yeah.
No,
Herman
I'm in a
was
good
being
mood
pretty
today.
mild-mannered while you were
Yeah,
gone.
see, Mark tears into me when I deserve it. Look at
Yeah.
Mark is a
He
good
was-
judge. Come on,
he
calm
was-
down.
It was that last comment.
Mike,
like,
where's Mike gone?
Let's pretend
Mike's in the corner.
Mike,
I'm right here.
Mikey.
Hidden behind the termite.
Do you have termites in Malaysia?
Of course we
Oh,
do. Of course
yeah.
we do. Yeah.
Yeah, they're bastards, aren't they?
They my dad, he after he retired from the service, he joined this this pesticide company. So he's an expert in dealing with termites.
Oh, can we get him on the stream?
It's not around at the moment.
What did he say about termites?
You've got to deal with it. You have to. They're dangerous. But I mean, he basically taught me like how to deal with it, like how to deal with pests. If you got problems with cockroaches at home, and use some natural ingredients you have to deal
Would
with
you
them.
be willing to visit Brisbane, Australia, and treat Archie's house?
Well, he's no longer working now. He's retired. He's 78 now.
No, I said you could go.
I could go.
You know all about this. And Archie will let you wear a watch. He'll give you a bed, somewhere in a room where there's no curtains, but there's newspapers or towels over the windows. It'll be okay.
And the toilet will be a couple of newspapers on the floor.
No. It'll be around the corner at the gas station.
With breakfast provided. Uh,
Yes. Well, we do have bacon and eggs in Australia.
Archie, let's talk about your watches.
But
Come
wait,
on.
there is no coffee because we had to throw away the Nespresso.
No.
I gotta tell you, Erwin, I'm actually, I don't mind downsizing. I think I'm trying to work out. Do I even list the steel pieces? Like, do I keep the steel and the Rolex? Just list the gold pieces. If I need money, maybe just list the gold pieces.
List it all and see what sells.
Yeah, I think I agree with Mark. I think you probably want to list everything and see what sticks. And I mean, if you're okay with it, I mean, same goes with everyone here. If you're okay with it, and you really don't need watches. You just need one. So you never know. And the steel ones will probably sell better than the gold.
Somebody send a super chat, by the way, so we know that it's working. I think the super chat function broke. So if somebody will send one through as a test, we would appreciate that.
Yes. Erwin, what's happening in Malaysia economics? See, I wanted to have a fucking stay there for 1 or 2 months in Malaysia. That's what I wanted to fucking do.
Yes.
And
Malaysia always welcomes you.
I'm sure Erwin will let you paint the apartment in lieu of rent.
Do you think I should sell my LV box as well?
Sell everything, buddy.
Sell the pens. Sell the pens.
I see there's a watch winder at the back of your over there. Why don't you? Is it still working?
Yeah, that was a gift actually. But
perfect. You know what? It converted to money. Archie gets very angry at me, Erwin, when I tell him to sell the pens. But I love the pens. But I feel like you would love the money more.
Yeah.
Become debt free. Do the debt snowball. And become debt free. Once you're debt free, you can work on building wealth. And there's the super chat for
Yay!
Zin, £5. Hi Arch. I'm about to buy my first Rolex, a Yachtmaster rhodium dial 126622. Do you think this is a solid choice? I really like it. Well, for starters, it's always good that you like what you're buying. That's always a good start. The rhodium dial, I actually really. Which one's the rhodium? Is that the one with? That's not the aqua.
It's the gray sunburst dial.
This color.
Yeah, guys, that's the hot dial. I personally prefer the blue one, but the rhodium one is the one that everybody wants.
Yeah.
The rhodium. The rhodium is the one with the premium.
126622.
Yeah, I personally prefer the blue one as well, but somehow the rhodium one with that
hotter. I don't know why, but it is definitely the hotter one.
I think it's because of that turquoise.
Well, anyway,
see, I like the turquoise. That's the one there. I'm just bringing it up on the screen now so we can have a sticky beak at this. Here we go. It's got the Tiffany blue writing there. It's beautiful. I'm about to buy my first Rolex. Look, you got to pick the one that makes you happy.
Click it. Blow it up. Zoom in. God, he hates zooming in.
I don't like zooming in. I like to keep this window, Mark. Don't be difficult. It was worse than Mike the Steak at
Nobody can fucking see that.
Giving me advice. Look, that watch that looks perfectly enough on the screen. Fuck.
Bring a magnifying.
Would you prefer this or a sub? Personally, I'd prefer a sub. But that's just me. Would you prefer a sub, Erwin, or you prefer the Yachtmaster?
Given the choice between the two, I usually go for the non-popular choice, so I'll go for the Yachtmaster because I just find it a little bit more upmarket, more gentleman than the Submariner. Correct. The Submariner, on the other hand, it's more rugged, more outdoorsy, whereas this one, it's like a brigade. You see this, you see a man in a suit and a tie. It's like a Sigma male would wear. That's what I think. So Zin, good choice. Good choice there. But I personally prefer the blue simply because it resembles more to a yacht Yachi
Yeah, I
feel,
like the blue as well. I agree with you.
and it's a little bit more. Well, the rhodium dial, this one, it's a little bit more plain. So the only thing that stands out is that Tiffany color, whereas the
You
blue, on
know,
the
the
other
funny
hand,
thing is, the same money as this watch, actually slightly cheaper, and you could have this.
Yeah, that's gold.
Solid
It's
fucking gold.
a lot of gold.
That's a dive chronograph.
Much more complicated.
that is true. That is true.
Do you think that will sell, or you don't? What do you think, guys? Do you think that? I mean, jokes aside, that is actually a fucking marvelous watch. This.
You bought it. Someone else will buy it, and you don't have to get too much money for it to get yours back.
Well, I think definitely someone will buy it. And you know what I noticed with watch collecting? I think I've said this before. When it comes to watch collecting, although Rolex is no longer the demand on Rolexes has kind of dropped, simply because of either due to economic reasons or alternative options that you have. But every watch collector somehow will end up getting at least one Rolex, right? At least one Rolex.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the ultra rich would get watches that are non Rolex.
David N, $5. Arch, would you trade a 53.96 for a 52.30? I have an opportunity for a straight across trade. Okay, so the 52.30, that is actually the world time. You didn't mention the metals. I think by memory, he's got a white gold. It's his avatar. It's the white gold. So he's looking at a Patek 52.30. Would I do a straight swap? You know, that's kind of a sideways move. They're about the same. So let's go and have a look. We'll go to Rusty's. Let's go in Rusty's. We'll go and have a look. So let's have a look. Patek 52.30. What's a 52.30 going for? Let's have a look. 52.30. Okay, we'll just change the currency to US dollars. Okay. So what's a 52.30? 40, 30. Okay, let's just put this cert by low to high. Okay, 30, just under 40,000 US. Okay, 40,000 actually no, there's one at 30 grand. Okay, that's possibly without box and paper. So 35. Okay, and what's a 5396? What are they going for? 5396. Let's have a look. They're about the same money. Would I swap? You know what?
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 Would I swap? That's a good question. Would I swap? Probably. You know what? I think it's equal. It's a neutral. Do you really prefer the world time to the annual calendar?
I'd rather have the annual calendar.
The annual calendar can be a bitch to set because you've got to, if it's, if you're anal, it's never right. Whereas the world time, it's very easy to set, and you've got, look, personally, would I swap if I had an opportunity? I think it's a neutral trade. So it goes into the fact, what do you prefer? Personally, I'd probably keep what I got, David, because you have got the grey dial, you've got the Breguet numerals. I don't know if I'd swap it. Is it box papers? You need to give me more information. What's the condition of both? Are they both box papers? Like if I had a box papers one, I wouldn't be swapping for a non-papers one. I think they're equally as good. To be honest with you, I think they're equally as good. I'd probably prefer, personally, I'd prefer the 5230. It's a beautiful watch.
Mm-hmm.
David
Well,
N, $5. Arch, why is Patel Philippe $2? Why is the Datograph the greatest of all time? Because it invented that genre. It invented that genre. That's right. What are we talking about? He's talking about Lange Datograph, Lange Data Graph. These are fucking incredible. These are incredible.
incredible
It's
watch.
not date-o-graph. It's date-o-graph. Date-o-graph. That's how it is. What the fuck? Lange date. What the fuck? How do I yeah, that's it. It's brought it up now. They're just fucking gorgeous. Datagraphs are fucking 60,000. Fuck me dead. It's like the Patek 5170. It's just gorgeous chronograph. Fucking sexy as fuck. Sexy as fuck. Who doesn't love that sexy shit?
Tan, you forgot to say big pictures only.
I fucking love the Datograph. Would you want a Lange, Erwin?
Definitely. I think that
It's a lot of money. Don't you think, Erwin,
yeah.
that's a lot of money or not?
It is. Well, yeah, it is, but it's a gorgeous piece. It's a gorgeous piece. But they are not thin, you know. They're pretty thick. The Datograph.
What did your father do? You said he was in the service. Was he in the army or what was he?
No, not that kind of service. Sorry, he
Oh,
was
the
in
postal service.
Public
custom.
service?
Custom, yeah, public service, yeah. Custom.
Oh, did he get to steal watches out of? I mean, did he get to impound watches?
I don't know.
Right.
I back then.
They got the death penalty in Malaysia, by the way, Mark. Did you know
Oh
that?
yeah.
Well, we have it here too. We just
Yeah,
don't have it here for chewing
Malaysia.
gum.
What's the penalty for bringing drugs into Malaysia, Erwin? Death
death
by
penalty.
hanging.
Death by hanging, guys. Don't bring drugs. It's very
Don't bring
dangerous.
drugs.
Yeah. Don't bring drugs.
How often do they hang people for real though?
I'm not too sure because that's not. Yeah, I don't really follow that. And I'm not a criminal lawyer, so I don't know. But I did see once. There was one case where I have actually gotten myself involved, and there was a murder case.
Oui.
And the sentence was in fact, death by hanging.
We have a lot of capital punishment here.
Yeah.
Does it work,
Funny.
Mark? Does it
Well,
work?
yes, it works. They never repeat offend.
But does it help crime or not really?
No, it just makes sure that guy doesn't reoffend.
I was told when I was studying law, reading law, I was told by a lecturer of mine about this story, about how you use words and how it's important to actually put where to put your commas in your in your writing, right? So there was this judge who apparently gave a capital punishment, a death sentence, and what he did is he placed the comma at the wrong spot. So the sentence reads as this: hang him, not let him go. So hang him, comma, not let him go. But instead, it was written as hang him not, comma, let him go.
Oh, very clever, Owen.
So that changes everything. So yeah, it's important. So there we were taught to make sure.
Well, you know, there is a great deal of difference between let's eat, comma, grandma, versus let's eat grandma with no comma.
Let's eat.
His grandma tasty should be an old bird, a crusty old bird.
It'd be
You'd
a
have
bit
to boil
stringy.
that fucking. You'd have to oil that. You'd have to boil that bitch, wouldn't you?
Yes, you would. You'd have to make soup.
Yeah, I got to tell you something, Erwin. Look, I'm just kicking a few ideas around. I honestly thought buying more stock, buying watches would have helped the business get a bit of a boost, but it's done absolutely nothing, Owen.
Well, I think it's just bad timing as well. We're in the at a time where the economy is not doing that great, so everyone's also kind of careful with the spending.
I know, but we're only $2, $3, $4, $5 at a time here, guys. I mean, yes, we like the $20, $50, $100. Yeah, we love that stuff. But you know, the $2, $3, $4, it is equally appreciated. Even a few ringgit or a couple of R's, which is 3 cents.
Yeah, but I think we need to talk more about information about watches. Things that the punters will actually be interested in. That needs to.
I think they really like talk about cars and sex.
Okay. Yeah, I can't really contribute to that.
Oh, sorry.
uh,
Now we know what area of your life you need to concentrate on.
Hey, someone please buy me a Kama Sutra book.
Let's talk number 359. Look that one up. And
I got to tell you something, guys. I want to get rid of this fucking thing. Can I tell you what I want to get rid of, Owen? I want to get rid of this fucking Seiko. I haven't been able to move that fucking thing.
I mean, it's a nice one. People do like that. That Prospects. People like it.
Yeah, people do. Well, think of it this way, Archie. I know you don't like to make a loss, but in order to get rid of it quick, you probably may have to consider just cutting your losses. Yeah.
Ooh, a bit of wisdom there.
It's better to cut your losses here and instead of letting your credit card interest, compound. You're making losses there as well.
One of the guys while you were gone, Archie, said you might not even really have a HELOC, that this could all be shtick.
No, there's a HELOC. Let me say that to you. There's no...
There's no drama about that,
Well, where do you think I fucking got the money to suddenly blow the collection size so quickly?
Well, there was a theory that you might actually be independently wealthy, like a multimillionaire, and that this poverty thing is
great.
Great. It's like acting. Well, because you are a method actor.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that would be. Look, I think realistically, I want to ask you seriously, okay, Mark? Mm-hmm. Do you ever see a time where you'd like to say, well, you know what? I've had fun playing with these
I want to sell all of them. Keep one, be just fucking done. I want 2 watches.
Keep a few. I don't think you have to sell all of them.
I want to sell all of them, except I want to keep my gold sub and 1 steel piece yet to be determined.
See, I'll be honest with you. Can I say something to you?
You may.
If I sold a lot off, I was actually thinking of revisiting the gold sub thing again.
See, I like that for you.
As a ceramic, I'd have to get ceramic.
Yeah.
I don't want fucking.
No more jingly jangly, crap.
I think as a done.
But the 40
kind of piece.
It's it's like that for you would be an exit watch. That and a steel piece. You know what? Here's what I would do. Keep that fucking.
I'm kind of tempted if I sold the world time. Let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest. I've always had a Patek. I've always, you know what? You don't have to always fucking have this shit.
Yeah, you do.
Right? Honestly, I don't think all of them would sell that easily, to be completely honest. I want to put them out there and see what sells.
List them all. See what goes.
I'll be honest with you, Erwin. I'd like to keep I'd like to keep a Rolex. I'd like to have a Rolex. I'm going to keep the Omega. The Zenith actually hurts to sell. That's one, actually, out of all the watches, I've rationalized in my head. The Patek is so much money. You can't, you know what I mean? If you want the money or you know what I mean? But the Zenith, that is actually one watch that really...
I mean, what's it worth? Realistically, how much? What's it cost to buy one of those these days?
I love it. That watch actually.
How much would you pay for it, or how much could we buy one like it for?
I paid about $3 US for it.
So don't worry, keep it.
Sorry?
keep it. Don't sell it. And the reason I say that is it won't raise enough money to make a difference. It's your guilty pleasure. Keep it. It's not expensive enough to make a difference if you sell it. Then you just miss it, and you didn't raise enough money to do anything productive. So I would keep that one.
So I mean, realistically, right? I've got to keep the Speedy because that was a gift. Keep the Zenith. I'd probably keep Zenith, Speedy. Would I keep the? I'd keep the Pam.
Oh, you got to stop now. You got to stop keeping stuff. Here's what you do: you keep the.
No. Honestly, we got the Zenith, the Speedy.
This is like a Rubik's cube.
The Pam, and I reckon I'd possibly keep the Explorer too.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You keep the Polar Explorer. You keep the the Polar Explorer, the Speedy, the Zenith. You sell everything else, and then maybe you buy a gold sub and pocket the difference, and you'll be money ahead. Because I think you can get a gold sub for, I don't know, like the 40 for 30, 32.
Well, you don't need to get a gold sub now. You can probably do that like much later.
He needs one now. He needs it right now. No, I don't need it now. Yes, you need it now.
No, I don't have to have anything.
Except for a Zenith.
No, but the Zenith is it's actually such a cool watch.
It's $3,000. If it's $3,000, then just keep it. If you sell it, you'll regret it, and you won't have raised enough money to really do anything life altering.
I mean, it's a fantastic watch, Erwin.
Yeah, I can see you really love that watch. So
I actually love the open heart. This version of it is just so incredible. Oops, just spring bar came off.
This is the love affair between a man and his open heart. The only one who's ever really had open heart is Mikey.
Yep.
So Mikey loves his open heart too, but I don't, for what it's worth, you can keep it. That being said, you got an awful lot that you could sell.
Yeah, that's true. If that's the decision, yeah, I think why not? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's sort of even the Pam. I don't know. I really like the Pam.
Yeah, but it's easily replaceable.
You think so?
Yeah, you can get another one. There's a lot of Pams out there. When you sell stuff, you have to think, am I selling something that I'll really hardly ever be able to afford or find again? And no, I'm pretty much anything that you're selling, you could replace eventually if you wanted to.
Yeah.
The dad accidentally leaves you $3-4 million. You're like, woohoo! Watches.
No, I get it. It's Erwin, do you want to sell some of your watches off? What's the story with your collection there?
Well, not at the moment. I think eventually I will have to focus a little bit more and consolidate into certain pieces. So yeah, I think eventually I will have to sell some to consolidate my pieces.
I mean, don't we end up with like too large a percentage of our overall net worth in watches? Like,
you are not wrong there. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like, if you ask normal people, what percentage of your net worth should you put in watches? And you ask watch people, those are two different numbers, and they're like radically different.
Yeah, but yeah, it depends on the value it derives from, right?
Yeah.
Some people need watches to have an outlet. It keep them sane,
Nobody needs watches, and watches don't make you sane, Erwin. I want to dispute that fact. Let's debate this. Show me a way in which watches make you sane, and I'll show you ways in which watches make you insane. You know what? That's fair, Archie. That is fair, because it has made me crazy. When I think back to when I had like one Seiko and I would just wear it until it broke and buy another one in the 70s in college because they'd last you like a year. Yeah, I was much happier with watches then. Much happier. They'd fog up on you, you know, because they were shitty. They didn't have quick set, so you had to like, if you passed your date or your time off, fuck, you'd be sitting there for another 20 minutes to fix it. But I was happy with watches, and I loved it. I always had one, and I always loved it. And then when it broke, I'd go to the department store and get another one. And I was happy. And then all of a sudden, I could afford a Rolex. And that was the beginning of the end of my happiness. You know, that 34 millimeter date, which I still have upstairs.
But that watch there, I mean, if you were, do you sometimes wish you were just a watch man with the Rolex date?
Well, at a certain point, I would have had to.
What made you choose the date over the date just? Can I ask you that?
Well, it was money, wasn't it? It was cheaper. Yeah, it was cheaper. I mean, listen, I didn't know the Rolex line, and nobody like heavily educated me on the Rolex line. Erwin, come with me now back to like 1987. Okay, I walk into the AD, which, by the way, that AD closed last week.
Oh,
it's been there all this time, and it just moved. Actually, they just moved to a different location.
Okay.
They can, you know, but they closed that location. But it's been there, you know, all 40 years, and there were cases of Rolex. I'm sure I could have bought Submariner, Daytona. Like there was, I don't know, there's probably 200 of them, you know, spread through these cases. It was in the era of just buy what you want. And actually, what I bought cost more money, substantially more money than a Submariner. So this little date that I paid $2,500 for, or something like that, $2,800, which I could now sell for the same $2,800 or $3,000. I could have bought a Submariner for $800 that would probably be worth $25 now, or a Daytona that would have been worth $35.
Well, that's the thing, right? So that's the thing, right? With watches, you never know what the future holds.
But that was the thing in that era. The you know, I was a lemming. I just went with what everybody wanted, and I will tell you, the watch back then that was sort of like the American I made it. I mean, I'm a young guy, and I think I've made it in business. What I really am is an arrogant douchebag, and that was me in that era. It was the two-tone.
Did the size bother you? Like the date just was bigger. Did the size bother you?
No, it was that was a very normal size then. 36.
Did you consider getting the date just or not? It was never.
No, I mean, I tried on several watches, but it had the maximum amount of bling for the money. And it still doesn't.
You didn't consider like a Submariner or a GMT or
no,
a Daytona?
we were talking. No, I could have, because the case was filled with them. And actually, I'm pretty sure the steel subs back then were cheaper than my two-tone date. But people didn't want them. The Daytonas, I could have bought anything I wanted there that I could afford.
Without the gold, not solid gold.
Right. Well, no, I couldn't. I'm just saying it almost killed me to spend. I don't remember what I spent exactly, but it was somewhere in the $2,500 to $3,000 range. And that was an enormous amount of money in that era. And speaking of enormous, Narc is fucking up enormously on his microphone.
Share screen.
Now do your wait.
What are you? Hey, we got an Asian Elvis impersonator here. What the fuck's going on here?
Wait. Do it. Do it.
I'm gonna give you some advice. Share fucking screen. Some advice, Hutch.
On the Archie Luxury channel. Guys, today I want to plug some of the services that I offer to my audience. Guys, do you need career advice? Do you need relationship advice? Do you need any sort of advice, whether it's relating to wristwatches, your life, your career, your romantic relationship? Guys, I am here to help. That's right, guys. For $50 US an hour, I provide consultancy. That's right, guys. I will talk to you and discuss your problems. Guys, $50 US an hour. That's right. You might want to ask me about how you should advance your career. You might want to ask me about should you stay in a relationship? How do you get into a relationship? How to advance your agenda. Guys, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you.
Godfather, I don't know what to do. I don't know what You can act like a man! What's the matter with you? Is this how you turned out a Hollywood Pinocchio that cries like a woman?
Pinocchio.
What can I do? What can I do? What is it?
You can act like a man.
Hey, listen here. Why don't you pay $50 to listen to yourself? And you're the George Costanza of the Archieverse. The opposite. You should do the opposite. You don't get it. You don't get it, Arch. You should do the opposite of what comes in your mind. Am I right here?
You might not be wrong. In other words, if he's thinking about selling, he shouldn't sell. He should buy.
Well, that's what the opposite means, you stupid fuck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So he's thinking about selling watches, and what you're telling him to do is buy watches.
Why are you covering your head? Hey, why are you covering your headpiece? Take the cap off. It looked good. I think it blended.
Thank you.
It blended.
It just felt like a hat day today.
Oh, you look good without the hat. The headpiece looks good.
I didn't get hair and makeup. I didn't get hair and makeup.
You made to integrate that hair system with your grey beard. Look, you look good.
I didn't get hair and makeup in here on time.
I don't know why you can pull 33-year-old gay twinks.
I like it better when you pick on Archie.
Look at Archie. Totally disengaged.
Well,
I just put my Zenith on. I love this watch.
Did you get a chubby? I'm glad that you love it. You know what? I didn't realize. I've been telling you to sell it this whole time, but I didn't realize you'd only get like 3 for it. If that's all, just enjoy it. It's not worth selling. I've got probably 30 watches that are just like not worth selling. You know, keep them. One day I'll just put them. Well, I'll put a lot of 30 watches.
All right. Share screen. I got some gossip.
All right.
Yeah, two missed
What,
opportunities.
you don't
before.
understand that I'm into butt stuff, or that I'm not into butt stuff?
No, but
I had one opportunity with Blondie, not 2, 1. There was one. Okay.
You said 2. I've got the clip.
Well, there was, the second one was not really. It was kind of.
You had an opportunity with Blondie? I thought that was all.
Oh, there are 2. No bullshit, dude. There. I don't. No, I don't want to get into this.
She said
there was one in person and one online where there were.
She said that was absolute bullshit.
No,
he said no fucking way in the world.
Okay, Narc, she was like no fucking way and showing pictures of herself and like dancing with her titties. So I mean, come on, we all know.
What the fuck?
So what were the opportunities?
There's an opportunity in New York when Bondage didn't show up, and then there was an opportunity online.
What do you mean?
We were talking
you and her
No, there's this one. We used to like talk online a little bit, and like. There's this one time she's like, "Oh, I'll take off your shirt if you take off your like if I like."
What do you mean? What?
Like, she's like, "Oh, I'll take off my shirt if you take off your shirt."
You're saying he withholding cunts?
I don't want to talk, dude. I've had a couple drinks. I shouldn't talk about this. Bab will get mad.
What fucking story is this?
Get
the fuck out of here, Nick. You're saying you're withholding cunts, right? You don't tell the story.
It doesn't, dude. This doesn't matter.
No. He played naked twister with Blondie. He banged her. You get it? Blondie's she's a prize catch. Watch Nicholas banged her. Eddie, watch chat. You don't know what's going on here, do you? You're oblivious to it all. I love this community. Watch Nicholas bang Blondie.
That evil laugh. You're the only one who can do I feel like you could do voiceover work with that laugh.
Now why Baba hates fucking Watch Nicholas.
Can you do voiceover work?
All right, 1 second. I'm going to take a break.
Yes, thank you. Come back when you're sober. Well, that was a little exhausting. I always feel like I quit. I don't smoke anymore, guys, but I feel like I need a cigarette after he leaves.
It does feel that way there, guys. I got to tell you, it's nearly time to wrap up the show.
Almost, but not quite.
I got to tell you, seriously, look, I'm just giving it some thought, selling off my pieces. I think, fuck, I'll be honest with you. I think maybe 3 pieces to keep. Zenith, Omega, Explorer 2. What do you think of that?
I like it. It raises the maximum amount of money, and then you can go buy a 40
I
million.
mean, I can't sell that. That was a gift, right?
Yeah.
That's a gift. And I honestly love the Omega. The Zenith, for some reason, I just love it, and it's not a lot of money.
El Primo.
I actually really like the Pam, but you reckon get rid of it?
Fuck it off.
I don't know if it'll sell. It's actually going to be a hard sell.
There's people love Pam. It will sell.
Doesn't matter. Like you say, right? Put it up and let's see what sticks.
That's right. See what happens.
There's no right answer to this, Archie. It's really down to what you really like the most.
It's a flickable watch because you can always buy another one.
I love the straps. I bought that in Geneva, the straps, right?
Yeah.
The straps. Remember the luxury strap store?
They're so cool. It's such a lovely
Oh, Christ, he's back.
straps on that. I'm going to think about what I really want to keep. But we got
Archie.
there.
Guess who's back?
Green. Look, I'm going to give you some
Look,
advice.
look,
You're going to
look.
listen to one of the greatest philosophers, history of mankind.
Mick Jagger.
$50 US.
George, you know that woman just looked at you.
So what? What am I supposed to do?
Go talk to her.
Elaine, bald men with no jobs and no money who live with their parents don't approach strange women.
Well, here's your chance to try the opposite. Instead of tuna salad and being intimidated by women, chicken salad and going right up to them.
Yeah, I should do the opposite. I should.
If every instinct you have is wrong, then the opposite would have to be right.
Yes, I will do the opposite. I used to sit here and do nothing and regret it for the rest of the day. So now I will do the opposite and I will do something. Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice that you were looking in my direction.
Oh, yes, I was. You just ordered the same exact lunch as me.
My name is George. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents.
I'm Victoria. Hi.
That's great.
You don't get it. You don't get it. Pay yourself $50. Give yourself some advice and do the opposite.
Okay.
And claim that $50 as a tax deduction. Tax deduction. Tax deduction. Make sure you ask for fucking receipts. Receipts. Receipts.
You know, that might be that's like Narc Inception or Archie Inception.
Wait. We got two tops on the panel. We got Mark and Terry. Two tops now. Yin and yang. We need a bottom here. Get the fuck out of here, Terry. Come back when you're a bottom. What do you mean? Can't have two tops on the panel. Throws off the balance. Terry.
Terry, how are you, Terry? How are you today?
Ivan.
I'm pretty good. Thanks.
Terry,
Samantha.
That's a face of a dominant
Archie,
top.
buy the gold sub.
Thank you.
Hey, Mark.
Buy the gold
why do you
sub.
scream?
Look, I was looking at the watch about 3 hours ago.
Mark, can you picture him as a
It
top? Can you
makes
picture him
sense.
as a top? Come on.
Nah, it's tough.
Because I'll tell you
No.
what.
Can you imagine
You've already
him
got
banging
it
your
in
way?
two-tone,
No
right,
fucking
with the
way.
blue dial, blue bezel, okay? The
I gotta
gold
go.
one actually makes more sense. A gold Samantha.
I got to agree with him.
Okie dokie, guys. Let's thank our sponsors for today. Let's thank our sponsorships for today. We had Patel Philippe, Sebastian Brucas, Patel Philippe, Showcase Watches. We love you, Showcase. Patel Philippe, Ross Rachel Brady Network, Ross Rachel Brady Network, Ross Rachel Brady Network, Patel Philippe, Lolex, Patel Philippe, Will Money, Patel Philippe, Pasta, Zin, David N, Patel Philippe. Guys, if you need
Are you still
advice,
buying the watch, Archie?
I'm not buying anything. I want to sell my whole collection. I'm not buying nothing.
But what about this though? If you buy one watch, the Gold Savannah, would you be able to do that this year? Would you be able to buy that one Gold Savannah?
I think
For the
we
whole
need to get
collection?
rid of. I think before we start spending money, we need to bring the. We need to bring. I'm just saying in the future. Look.
Don't encourage him, Terry. Don't encourage him.
Don't encourage him. Okay. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to run the outro, the life advice advertisement. Guys.
See you tomorrow. Goodbye. Good night.
See you later, guys.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Check out Rusty's Watches and David SW. See you later, guys. Hi guys, it's Archie Luxury on the Archie Luxury channel. Guys, today I want to plug some of the services that I offer to my audience. Guys, do you need career advice? Do you need relationship advice? Do you need any sort of advice, whether it's relating to wristwatches, your life, your career, your romantic relationship? Guys, I am here to help. That's right, guys. For $50 an hour, I provide consultancy. That's right, guys. I will talk to you and discuss your problems. Guys, $50 an hour. That's right. You might want to ask me about how you should advance your career. You might want to ask me about, should you stay in a relationship? How do you get into a relationship? How to advance your agenda. Guys, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. $50. If you are at a stumbling block in your life and you want to know how to fix your life, please, guys, I need help with the termites. Guys, $50 an hour. I will give you advice. Anything, career, relationship, watch collecting, how to deal with your family, how to deal with your Filipino or Thai girlfriend. Guys, I'm here to help. $50. PayPal to ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. That's right, guys. Please, guys, this is a chance to get real advice. And I'm here to help. Here to help. That's right. Here to help you guys. And I just need you to send a PayPal to get the ball rolling, guys. I'm ready to do it now for you. That's right, guys. Here to help. PayPal to ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. Get it done today. I will ring you and give you the advice that no one will tell you the truth. Guys, I am 53 in October. I have lived life. I've done all the dumb things. I've done some good things. I've done dumb things. Guys, you want to talk to someone with experience? You get Archie Luxury involved. Do it now, fuckers. That's right. Do it now. And guys, If you're looking around at watches, check out rustyswatches.com. See you in the next. Hi, guys. It's Archie Luxury here. Today, guys, I want to share with you a great website that I use to check out watches. That's right, guys. I don't know about you, but I am somebody who wants to keep an eye on prices and see where the market's going. And the best website for this is rustyswatches.com. rustyswatches.com. Now, what it does, if you're in the US, Australia, the UK, Ireland, Canada, it will list recent listings so you can see new watches as they come to market. Not only new listings, but recently price drops. So if you're keeping an eye on the watch of your dreams, Rusty's Watches is the place to go. If you've got a special watch you want and you want to get the best possible deal you can, I'd highly recommend Rusty's Watches. Now he's got some instant buttons. Patek, Breguet, Omega, Rolex, Cartier, to name but a few. Click on Breguet and it shows us recent new listings for Breguet. Hey, here's one at Watch Finder. Watch Finder has but guys, I am doing this advert to deal with my termite problem. That's right, guys. I have a bit of a termite problem. But guys, check out rustyswatches.com. This is the best place to get an idea of the market. Off the market. That's right, guys. Termites confirmed. Yes, this is. Check it out. rustyswatches.com. Check it out, guys. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you guys think of that.